Yo, what's going on, guys? Chris Bonner here, Power Training TV, everything athletic related. So, due to numerous amounts of questions, I wanted to address something, and obviously when I put out these videos, I talk a lot about performance, your speed, your strength, your power, how to get better on the field through training. The other aspect that you guys do not see, which is inside the gym that I take care of, or any prospect or athlete that comes through the doors, is the recruiting process, or obtaining one's goals, if you will. I say recruiting process because most of the high school athletes or collegiate athletes or whoever I'm working with, they're obviously, long-term / short-term goal may be to get to the college, their ultimate school, or where their dad played, or whatever the situation may be. So I kind of wanted to make a video series addressing what that is, what it looks like that I do to help these guys out. I go through questionnaire type questions with them. I go through highlight tapes, what coaches may be looking for, how to get better at camps, what you should be looking for at camps, or what they're looking for at camps, I'm sorry. But there's a lot of different things that are engulfed, and every single individual athlete is different. Even depending on what sport it is, they're different. My swimmers get recruited off of times alone. They don't care like really a lot of the other stuff. Obviously you need to have the right grades, and I work with them on that. But football is a lot more complex. You kids are getting offered straight off of camps or these 7-on-7 circuits. You don't even need to play. I know some kids that sit out in South Florida and get full ride scholarships to these big schools. So every sport is different, but one thing that is universal, and before I get into the next 2 parts or the next 3 parts, however many it takes, I figured I'd get into exactly what happens when our first mental exercise that happens the moment they sign up or come in here as an athlete to strength camp. And it's a simple thing that I don't know where I got it from. I might have made it up, to be honest with you, but this was something that I did back in high school or right after high school, and it's called a success ladder or a dream ladder. And this is basically where we go ahead and evaluate their goals and get very realistic with what they want. Okay, because if you don't have a tangible goal that you're training for here at strength camp, then you can't train here at strength camp. I tell every single kid that. I turn away guys all the time that want to come in here and get jacked and blah, 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 and they're a distraction to the other athletes, because some days it's cool, some days their girlfriend broke up with them, they don't care about the training, it ends up being a mix, and it's just not for our athletic classes. It's very focused every single hour that they're in here. So real quick, to just give you a heads up, and this is something that I've always done, is like I said, the dream ladder it's a simple ladder drawn on a piece of paper. If you guys can see that, it's just sketched really quickly, and it just has rungs on each one. And what I want them to do is, on the top one, as you can see that here, it's their ultimate goal. So whether that be, I want to go to, I want to go to the University of Miami. That's what I'm using because that was my original goal. I never wanted to play in the NFL. All I wanted to do was play for the University of Miami Hurricanes, because when I was growing up, that was the thing to do. You know what I mean? I don't know. I got influenced by my older brother. Everybody around me surrounded that. It just was what it was. Some people might be the NFL, the NBA. They might want to go to the Olympics. Whatever that one ultimate goal, no matter what your parents, no matter what your friends are telling you, put that ultimate goal at the top. You don't even have to tell anybody. It does not leave here. It does not leave strength camp. This is secret. It's folded up. It is what it is. If you need to plaster it on your bathroom wall or whatever the situation may be that you're looking at it, but nobody has to know but you and me. Okay? So now that you have that, and you've put in all your friends and every society away from you, from what they told you can and can't do, we've already established and broken a barrier by putting that ultimate goal up. A lot of the swimmers that work with me, I told them when they first came in, all of them were like, I just want to go to college. I said, well, what's bigger than that? What's your ultimate goal? And then slowly but surely, every single one of them, it came out, I want to go to the Olympics, because really that's the ultimate goal for that. So it's just about exploring that off bat. Then what I do is, and I'm just going to use an example as myself, I'll share with you as myself, but you can see through steps how this can apply to any goal or any situation or any school that you want to get to. So, like I said, my top one here would be the University of Miami. Like I said, I never cared to get paid by the NFL. Growing up, I never really, I mean, I'm a Bucs fan, but I never really cared about the NFL. My entire thing was about playing for the University of Miami. That's just how my mindset was. So for me to get realistic with that, I had to put that at the top. The next ladder below that, I would need to start breaking down exactly how I would get to the University of Miami. So what I needed to do here was I needed to say, okay, well, what position am I? Well, I fit as a linebacker or a tight end H-back. Okay, so now I'm looking at, now I have something. Now I go back and look at what kind of H-backs, what kind of linebackers did they recruit? Well, they got 6 foot, you know, 6 foot to 6'2", 200 to 240 pounds. You know, here's the average. So I straight up was like, okay, I need to meet this average. Well, I'm 6'2" out of high school and I'm 180 pounds. So I need to gain 40 pounds of muscle. That right there is one tangible goal that I needed to get. Then we go to the ladder below. Well, what are these guys performing like? Well, all these guys went to the Spark camp and they got this rating, or they went to this camp and they ran 4.5 40-yard dash. They benched 365 pounds. They power cleaned 315, and they squatted 400. So right then and there, that was my next ladder, right below here. My next ladder was, okay, I need to reach every single one of these goals for me to be able to do that. The next step, it was like, okay, what kind of statistics are they putting up on the field? Okay, well, this guy had 107 tackles. He had, 20, 30 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks, and 3 interceptions. So I knew I had a tangible goal going into the season, what I needed to do when I was going to Arizona. Arizona, I played H-back tight end. So I had tangible goals going into Arizona, exactly what I needed to do to be scouted or looked at that level, even to the JUCO level, okay? And then below that, I needed to say, well, how am I gonna get these goals? Well, I need to train. Okay, well, I gotta find a trainer that's going to fit my needs. Well, let's see. I start searching the internet. I find Elliot Hulse. He says he trained football. He played football. Makes perfect sense. He says he can get me to my goals. Boom. That was my next step that I already walked onto. Below that, it was, now for me to be able to put on 40 pounds, I need to be able to eat. Now I'm diving in nutrition. Each one of these is spurned off as to its own little sub outlet. Another thing was school. If you have a problem with grades, and you need to get with clearinghouse, then that what may be the situation is. That's your next goal. These can be all down. All I'm trying to tell you is, I'm going on a little bit of rant here, but all I'm trying to say is this is your blueprint for exactly how you're going to attain that goal. And if you break it down and reduce it to the smallest number or smallest tangible thing that you could do today, you could begin taking steps towards your goal. And every single day you look at this ladder and you ask yourself, was I doing something to get better or obtain my long-term goal? And if you're doing that, by the time that you're there, I guarantee you it's gonna come and it's gonna manifest itself for you. You just need to take that first step, put it on paper, see what the blueprint looks like and make a move. Give your dreams a chance. Give your goals a shot. If you never do that, if you never take that first step, it's never gonna happen. It's so cliche, but I'm telling you, I'm giving you a tangible thing that you can absolutely follow. Whether you wanna win the 100-meter dash in the Olympics, or if you wanna go play for the NFL and be a quarterback and take Tom Brady's spot, it doesn't matter. Is what I'm saying. All these guys, they had a vision the same way that you need to have to. Now I'm giving you tangible steps of how to do that. Do that dream ladder. Start that off with whatever the recruiting process may be or wherever you're at. Chris Barner, Power Train TV. I'll holler at you guys next time.